Screen. Okay.
Hi, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me okay. If you can, please change your name that has your group, your family. So if you were prep, that means you're now in Let's Get Moving, LGM. If you were in Foundation, you're now Active Lifestyle, AL. And if you were in Program, you're now Performance, so it just stays P. That way we can sort out those breakout rooms. All right, I know people are still coming in, but let's get started. Let me share this presentation. I hope everyone's doing great tonight. Everybody doing good? Thumbs up for yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yes, like the energy. All right, can everybody see my screen okay?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. All right, so welcome to our family meeting for today. We'll go straight into the agenda. As always, we start off with a little bit of Strava, where we're at. Of course, introducing our challenge number 1. Chris will give us some breathing education. Letty will give us some nutrition education. We'll go into some important dates that you need to mark on your calendars. And then, of course, our family time. So for Strava, we have now 92 members, which is amazing. Our goal is to have 100. So now as our families are growing, we'll have a goal of maybe a little bit more, but right now we're at 92, which is so awesome. Thank you for those who joined our Strava team and our Strava club. If you haven't already, please reach out to your program managers to let them show you how to get started on that. We did reset the miles starting from February from our kickoff. So right now we are at 438 miles, which is a lot because it's only been like about a week and a half. So that's really great. If we go north, we're at Star Peak, Nevada Park. And then if we go east, where I'm probably going to butcher this because I don't know if I'm saying this right, but Apache Sitgreaves National Forest in Arizona. South, if we're at Campo Pasquero, Baja California. And if we go west, we're in the Pacific Ocean, hopefully on a cruise, relaxing, miles away from here with having a great time. So thank you for all of those who contributed to our miles and for getting us where we are now. Our Strava leaderboard here, we have Tim, Kate, Garland, Armando, Alex, Jake, Beth, Gary, Laura, Dr. Loy. I can never say Steven, so I'm just always going to say Dr. Loy. Meredith, Michelle, thank you so much for being a continuous motivation to all of us getting those miles in. Of course, if you're not on the leaderboard, please, it's completely okay. We still love that you're participating with us and continuing on your journey to better health. So thank you so much. And of course, goes on to our challenge number 1 for 2021. It is Love on the Run. I hope everyone had a beautiful Valentine's Day last weekend. And so now we're going to celebrate this weekend with our virtual 5K. It is all day. You have all day to complete it. So if you like to walk or run in the morning or walk or run at night, you can do it at any time. We hope that you tag us, take some pictures so we can put you on our social media. We would definitely love that. So grab your loved ones. And a mini challenge in between that is that we hope that you can draw a heart or spell the word love or amor if you can while walking or running, just to make it fun, another little challenge that you can do within the challenge. And hopefully you can accomplish that. And if you do, please take a picture so we can see how the beautiful art we make while we're walking, right? So I hope to see you all there virtually and safely, of course. And like I said, all day to complete, so it doesn't have to be a certain time. So with that being said, we'll go into our education for the importance of breathing. And Chris, I'll hand it to you.
Thank you. So just to begin, like a show of hands, how many people saw that amazing breathing video by Bree that kind of brought us into the beginning knowledge and the beginning conversation on why breathing is so important? So just to kind of go into, we're going to go into some of the anatomy of how breathing works before we talk about the functionality of it and why it's so important. So when we inhale or inspire, the muscles responsible for that, or the two main ones, are the external intercostals and the diaphragm. And then when we go ahead and exhale or breathe out, the muscles of expiration are the internal intercostals and the diaphragm. And if you see um, what's in common in both of these is that we're using the diaphragm, which is the most important muscle that Bree mentioned in that video. The diaphragm pushes I know it's weird to think about this, but the diaphragm essentially pushes our organs down and allows the chest cavity to expand, therefore allowing for more oxygen to fill in the lungs. Now, as she mentioned, we take about 20,000 breaths a day without ever thinking about it. But when we want to use our diaphragm, we have to breathe with intention. And breathing with intention is so important because intentional breathing not only allows us to force our thoracic cavity or our chest cavity to expand and allow more air to come into the lungs, but it also allows us to check in with ourselves. Diaphragmatic breathing is such a great tool that allows you not only to relax, but it also allows you to just find some time for yourself and some peace. It's one of the most relaxing things you can do. And if we could go into the next slide. So we've talked about how it's good for oxygen and it helps you increase the amount of air coming into the lungs. And it's one of those breathing techniques that allows you to check in. So we're talking about mental health, we're talking about meditation when we do that. And not only that, but it also helps enhance cognitive performance. So diaphragmatic breathing allows us to clear our brain. So we're going to see enhanced memory, enhanced attention after practicing that. And then with the breathing technique, we also see a reduction in stress and the hormone cortisol. And cortisol is such a diverse hormone that usually initiates anxiety, depression, and allows room for negative thoughts to happen. So with diaphragmatic breathing, we're reducing the amount of cortisol present in the body, therefore reducing stress, reducing the amount of anxiety present in the body, reducing the possibility for depression and room for negative thoughts because diaphragmatic breathing requires intention, there's no room for those negative thoughts. We're clearing the mind, we're checking in with the body, and we're doing something that is very intentional, not only for ourselves, but for our physiology, because we're allowing more oxygen to come into the body. And if we can move into the next slide, please. I think it's important to practice this as well. So just in case anybody missed the video, we're gonna go through about the next 30 seconds to a minute practicing it. Kate, I know you're on the bike, so you don't have to, but everybody else, if you can find either a place to lay down or a wall to stand up next to, we're gonna go ahead and practice the breathing technique together. Okay, so if you're remaining seated or you're standing, I want you to first find the end of your rib cage. Start to feel around your stomach and your torso. Find the bottom end of your rib cage and put some pressure in there. Okay, now I want you to take a deep breath and try to feel your rib cage expanding. And with that, I want you to feel or attempt to feel the diaphragm pushing down and your lungs intaking more oxygen than they normally do. So go ahead and take a deep breath and see if you can feel the muscle push down. And when you exhale, exhale with intention. So semi-forcefully, and see if you can feel that muscle relax and come back up. So I'm gonna count us in on a 1, 2, 3. We'll all breathe in together. We're gonna do a slight hold and then we're gonna go ahead and exhale, okay? So together on 1, 2, 3, big deep breath. Feel that chest cavity expand. We're going to hold it in. Now exhale with intention. Feel that muscles begin to relax. Feel the chest cavity close in. And this is a great technique to use not only when you want to check in with yourself, but this is what we'll expand into in the coming weeks on the importance of proper breathing when we exercise. So let's go ahead. We're going to do it 3 more times. Just let's get everybody nice and relaxed before our education is over. Find the end of your rib cage again. And on the count of 3, we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath. We're going to hold for about 2 seconds, and we're going to forcefully exhale. And if you want to close your eyes and kind of find that meditative state, feel free to. It'll really help you focus without any distractions. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, inhale, big deep breath in, feel that rib cage expand, hold it, and forcefully exhale. Feel that stomach begin to relax, the abdomen's relaxing. And again, 1, 2, 3, big inhale, feel the core tighten up, feel that chest cavity expand. There's more air in your lungs. Hold, forcefully exhale. One more time, big deep breath. We're holding, forcefully exhale, feel that core relax. Alrighty, how do you feel? Does anybody want to chime in if this is their first time doing this exercise technique? How do you feel? Does anybody feel more relaxed? Unmute yourselves and let us know. Put a thumbs up. I see some thumbs up.
How should we be leaning on the wall? Entire back? Or
Yeah,
leaning?
so you want to make sure your back is fully against the wall if you're doing this standing. And same goes for when you're laying down on the floor. Every time you take a deep breath, you want to push your belly button into the floor. And I know that sounds weird, but we basically want to eliminate the gap in between our lower back and the floor every time we inhale. So we want to think of pushing that belly button down into the floor, pushing our back into the floor, and we create that ability for the cavity to expand. Is there any other questions on the breathing technique or how this makes you feel more relaxed?
I definitely felt more relaxed. And I mean, for a second, right? It doesn't last forever, but it like really kind of focused my presence on the breathing. And so I could feel like a sense of peace coming over me. It was very nice.
Definitely. And one of the ways to expand on the technique is increase the amount of time you're inhaling and exhaling. So if you're going to start to practice and you're doing short breaths that are a second long, move into 2-second inhales and exhales, 3 seconds. And then you'll find yourself breathing in for 30 seconds, exhaling for 30 seconds. And just that one long continuous exercise, doing it once will help you feel more relaxed than anything. So I love that that's already bringing you some peace. Does anybody else have anything else they want to say about the technique before we move on? Any more questions? No? Alrighty, so it looks like we're going to move on to talking about nutrition. We had a good, what is her name? Sahar, a great volunteer, give us some information on nutrition that we want to share with all of you. So I'm going to hand it back to Arlene to go ahead and go over those updates.
All right, so we'll actually give it to Letty. She's going to give us the information on nutrition.
My name is Letty. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, yes, so Chris is right. This is information that was given to us by Sahar, who is a dietetic intern who works closely with Dr. Terry Lisa Gore. And so this information that I'll be giving to you, she's handed it to us. And the objective of today's information is discovering the impact your diet has on your energy levels and how well you recover from your workouts. There's always the questions of when should I eat, or what should I eat before, during, or after the workout. Also, practice writing a sample exercise nutrition SMART goal We've always been talking about SMART goals. We're going to continue talking about SMART goals. Now, how about combining the SMART goals with nutrition, a nutritional goal? We'll also describe the basics of sports nutrition, learn about the pre-workout, during the workout, and post-workout meal timing, more or less, and then understand the role of hydration and exercise. We always say, tomen su agua, drink your water, and that's something that we will continue and we'll touch on in this information. Sorry. So for the basics of exercise nutrition, how does nutrition enhance athletic performance? Eating a diet with enough calories, carbs, fluids, iron, vitamins, and other minerals provide the energy you need to perform at your best during exercise. The best time to eat is roughly around an hour before you begin to exercise, and the best snack is one that combines carbs and protein, with an emphasis on the carbs. You don't need a lot of food. Exercising on an empty stomach can cause you to have less energy and low blood sugar, which will, leave you feeling lightheaded, nauseous, or shaky. And it's very important to eat the right nutrients after you exercise, since what you eat after you work out can help increase muscle growth and repair and enhance recovery. You work out those muscles, now it's time to replenish them, And with the information, we're going to go on to our food groups, starting with our carbohydrates or carbs. You hear carbs are bad, They're not bad. Carbohydrates are needed to provide energy during exercise. Complex carbs are found in foods such as fruits, pasta, bagels, whole grain bread, potatoes, and rice. They provide energy, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Now moving on to other carbs that are found in foods such as soft drinks, jams, jellies, and candy. These foods do provide a lot of calories, but they do not provide vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients. Eating carbs before your exercise will help improve performance and recover after each workout by minimizing muscle damage. After exercise, you do need to eat carbs in order to rebuild the stores of energy in your muscles. Moving on to our next food group is the protein. Eating protein does help repair and build muscle after exercise. It also improves strength and muscle performance and increases lean body mass. It's recommended to eat 20 to 40 grams of protein after exercise, but keep in mind that this is all based on your own body type and it varies. And protein does maximize the body's ability to recover after exercise. And it's best to limit the amount of processed meats you eat. Moving on to our final food group, it's fats. Choosing healthy fats such as unsaturated fats will help reduce inflammation. Healthy options include nuts, seeds, avocados, olives, and olive oil. And it's best to limit saturated trans fats. Now, moving on to the pre-workout, during exercise, and post-workout meals and more or less what to eat, a combination for the pre-workout nutrition. A combination of carbs and protein is recommended for pre-workout meals. For example, protein with milk, protein powder, a protein smoothie with milk, protein powder, banana, and mixed berries, or a cup of oatmeal with banana and sliced almonds, almond butter, and fruit jelly sandwich on a whole grain bread. Greek yogurt and fruit, these are all great examples that you could eat before, and it's best to limit the amount of fat you consume in the hour before exercising. After exercising, it is very important to eat carbs, protein, and healthy fats after you work out in order to decrease muscle protein breakdown, decrease muscle protein breakdown, increase muscle growth, restore energy stores, and enhance recovery. Now for water, if you're doing a workout that's less than 60 minutes, water is all you need during this exercise. However, if it goes over an hour and it is intense exercise, it's recommended to drink 5 to 10 ounces of a sports drink every 30 minutes. Now, Sahar has put together some recommended guidelines that I'd like to pass on along to you. And first one is balance is key. Something that Dr. Terry Lisa Gore has definitely said is balance, moderation, all of that. For example, eating plenty of fruits and vegetables and consuming lean proteins, eating healthy fats and whole grain carbohydrates, as well as drinking plenty of fluids, especially water. A balanced diet will help you get enough vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to improve your performance. Do not skip out on meals, even if your goal is to lose weight. It's a common misconception. Skipping meals can reduce muscle mass, lower bone density, and cause fatigue. Then we have the carbohydrates. They fuel your brain and muscles. Picking healthy carbs like brown rice, quinoa, whole grain bread, sweet potatoes, fruits, and vegetables is the best. Rebuilding and repairing muscle with protein is a good, for example, good sources of protein are poultry, fish, and if you follow a plant-based dry diet, try soybeans, legumes like beans, peanuts, and chickpeas. If you are a vegetarian, try eggs, Greek yogurt, cheese, and tofu. Fat is essential to a healthy diet, but it's important to pick unsaturated fats like avocado, olive, canola oil, flax seeds, and nuts. Another recommended tip is avoid eating right before a workout. It's best to eat a small pre-workout meal with carbs and protein roughly an hour before you work out. And lastly, replenishing your body after you exercise to restore nutrients and energy sources is just as important. It's especially important to eat foods high in protein to build and repair muscles. This is all the information and recommendation that Sahar has provided us, and we pass along to all of you. And she worked closely with Dr. Terry Lisa Gore, which goes into our next topic, which are important announcements. I'll pass it back to Arlene.
Thank you, Letty. It was such good information. I know sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, but hopefully you got some key points out of that. And if we can, somehow we'll try to get that information out to you so that you can have it handy if you ever need a reminder or anything like that. So some important dates to let you all know before we all go into our family time. Tomorrow, Facebook Live with me. I know on IG and Facebook, we said it was at 6 o'clock, but unfortunately we have to push it to bring it back to 4 p.m. So I will be on Facebook Live tomorrow doing Back to Basics at 4 p.m. You already know I have a goal of having at least 25 of us working out together, but let's see, I see 67 people here today. So can we get to that number maybe someday? We would like that. Also, Friday the 19th, we have a Facebook Live with Alex at 10 a.m. As you know, February 20th is our challenge, Love on the Run, 5K all day. Our next family meeting is February 23rd at 7 p.m. And if you would like to ask Dr. Lisa Gore some questions, have some more nutritional education, she is having a Zoominar February 24th at 3 p.m. through Zoom. How can you get there? You navigate to our website, 3winsfitness.com. You go to calendar of events, you go to the 24th at 3 p.m. and there will be a beautiful link that you can just click and join. So I hope that you all can pencil in all of these events that are coming in within this next week, and we hope to see you there. Okay, now is our family time. So if you haven't already, you could please change your names so that we know which family you're in. If you are in LGM, Let's Get Moving, Active Lifestyle, AL, Performance. If you don't know what family you're in, please speak up so that we can put you in the appropriate room.
Let me take a couple of seconds here while you're changing your names. We have less people than were here last week, so that means perhaps your person that you brought on did not come this week. So we encourage you to encourage them to attend. Stay with the program. It's about consistency. It's about persistency. But also, I want to let you know that we're working with the American Council on Exercise, ACE, and we have funding to do some qualitative research with them this semester. I know that some of you filled out a survey for Dr. Shea, but this is a little bit different program that's going to qualitatively analyze our students as well as our participants from last semester as well as this semester. And it's important for us to have good attendance and for you to receive the full benefit of the program so that we can analyze that. One of the things that you're not familiar with at this point is that we are in kinesiology. We are advocating that this program move across the country. we are talking to groups in Washington, D.C. about what responsibility we have as kinesiology to physical activity, that there should be more programs like this or similar that give people the opportunity to get healthier when they don't have access. So it becomes very important for us to gather this information. So it's a qualitative study. The opportunity is going to be to talk to you, to get an understanding of what changes have occurred for you, what the benefits have been, and you only get benefit if you participate. So I would encourage you to bring your friends and family, have them come, have them attend regularly, because this data is very, very important to us. It's what justifies our existence. So please reach out to your friends and family, have them attend on a regular basis. And if there's a reason why they're not attending and it's something that we can control, then reach back to us. Let us know, shoot me an email, and we will make our best effort to make it a valuable experience for them. Thanks, Arlene.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Loy. Is everyone ready to go, or Josh?
We are all good.
Awesome.
All right, I'm gonna release the rooms now. Go ahead and hop on in.